Thank you for turning to page 121. Today we're going to take a look at a nice little product sent to me by Weasel. Droyne coins. Hear them in there? There's a lot of them. This is a nice little set that was sent to me by Nicole from Weasel. Weasel Logistics. This was out of a successful Kickstarter from last year, run by Chief Weasel. I'm not really sure what the distinction is there, but it was a funded Kickstarter. I've never backed a Kickstarter myself, but Nicole contacted me and asked if I'd want to take a look at these Droyne coins, and I said sure. I love Droyne coins in Traveler. I always have. I've always found them very fascinating. I have the old coins that were published in various periodicals over the years, and I believe there was a set put out by GURPS at one point, but I've never had metal ones. So we're going to take a look at what you get in this nice little pouch today on page 121. Okay, here we go. We've got the nice pouch with the little Droyne emblem on the outside. In the pouch you get a handy little deck, the deck of cards. This is just the box. I've got the deck over here. I'll zoom in a little bit on that. I'll be doing that a lot in this video, coming in and out of zooms because I want you to see what the products are. So there you go. The Traveler Droyne coins, and then the information on the back, how to use them. In the very first card, you get you can scan this code and the QR code, and that will take you to more information on how to actually use the cards. I'm going to see if I can scan the code. I don't know that my phone can scan it. If I can, I'll call it up and I'll show it at the end of the video. If I can't, well, there's the card. So we're going to take a look at the individual cards after we look at the coins. Now, I'm going to pull the box out of the way, and we're going to dump out all the coins, because what's the point of having a pouch of coins if you don't just dump them all out? There you go. You got a lot in this set. Of course, Droyne coins. There's 36. 6 coins basically set for each of the 6 Droyne casts. So if anybody plays Traveler knows, or as anybody plays Traveler knows, everything Droyne is in 6s. So there you go. There's some of the artwork. I'm going to lay all these out in just a moment to show all of them. But for right now, I thought I'd do a close-up on a few. So this is the back of the coin, and this is the front of the coin. We get another front of the coin. The coins themselves were created by Nicole Beach. Excellent job, Nicole. And additional art was done by Allie Bloom. So great job on both. And there you go. And then we'll just take a look at one more zoomed in with my ugly thumb. No, that is not decoration on my thumb. That's an old injury. Damaged the nail bed. I talked about it before on my channel. So, also did it to this thumb. So I have at least a matching set. 2 completely unrelated injuries, almost identical. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at the coins. I'm going to lay them all out, and we're going to take a look at each of them. Here we have all 36 coins nicely laid out. I'm going to zoom in again, and I'm going to take a look at each of the beautiful coins. And you're going to ask me, hey, what do all these symbols mean? We're going to get into that in a moment. After I show you the coins, I will show you the cards, and the cards are going to be helpful in what the symbols mean. I just laid these out in a more or less random order because they are fortune-telling devices used by the Droyne. There is no particular order for them. They do correspond with the cards in the deck, and I'm going to show that in just a moment, but I want you to take a look. These are each the side of the coin, the business end, if you will, of the coin that tells your future. And then, of course, just for the grins, there is the back of the coin. So the backs all look like that with a little Droyne on it. Interestingly, there's a little Droyne that is actually one of the things you can draw. So I thought that was pretty neat. There's also a Vargir and a human. So now we're going to take a longer look. We're going to zoom back out of this. Zoom out a little bit. There we go. So there's the 36 coins laid out. The idea being, in the Traveler game, your Droyne character would pull out the coins randomly, and they would tell his fortune more or less like tarot cards. And the Droyne have 6 casts, so the coins are very important to the casts. They can help decide what your future is going to be, literally, by what cast you'll join and things like that. They can also help you to know your immediate future. Now I'm going to take a look at the cards. So all the cards come in this handy-dandy little box. I'm going to show the box again. There's the front. The back gives a nice little explanation of what coins are. Droyne coins are rare artifacts, most commonly recovered from ancient sites throughout the galaxy. Though often minted in precious metals and thought of as currency, pseudontologists have found that these coins were more likely used as divination tools. The coins are typically seen as sets, although varying types and numbers of coins leave only a rough consensus as to what a typical set may have looked like. The set presented here is referred to as the modern style, due to the 36 different symbols therein. So there we go. That's what Droyne coins are. And here are the cards that you get. So again, the QR code card, and then how to use. It talks about the casting ceremony, and then it gives you some game hooks, how you're going to incorporate this into your game. Divination, more divination continued, and then more ways to use these in your game, and then the cards themselves, and what each symbol means. So here's the humanity symbol. So we've got the coin with the little human guy on it. That's not the human guy. Let me see if I can find the human guy. Here he is. Here is the coin with the human on it. And this tells us, the card tells us that this represents humanity, familiar, the place of origin. So basically, as the game master, you can have prepped what each of these is going to mean as far as the future of your game and what you're casting. So lots of pyramid use, that kind of thing. This is Genesis, optimism, new beginnings, trust in life. The other way you can use these is you can let them drive your game. You can do a Droyne reading with the coins, and then you can, as the GM, you can extrapolate some stuff from that and make the future come true by writing the future customized to what was pulled in the cards. Both interesting ways to use these. And then we have all different kinds here. The worker, the beast, darkness, the Vargir. I think I just pulled that guy. Yep, there's the Vargir coin. So you see how all this works. Soil, aspiration, cold. These are just, this is a beautiful set. These are nice, thick cardstock. They're going to last you quite a while. So I'm not going to go through each and every card. You're getting the idea of what the cards can do and what they can do for you. I love that there's Cree on here as well. As far as driving your game, absolutely it can. Why not? Why do you have to have a story arc set, when you could possibly just use the story arc generated for you by the coins? It's absolutely a way to go. My wife saw these and she loved them. I showed them to her when I opened them up, and she was very excited, and she said, "Oh, these are for use for Traveler," and she sounded disappointed. My wife doesn't play Traveler. My wife plays D&D. I said, well, there's absolutely no reason I can't use these in D&D. I realize that that's not their intended purpose, but here I have one of the players at my table, possibly the most important one. You hear that one, hon? And she was disappointed that she wouldn't be part of a game that involved the coins. So I'm going to find another way to use the coins. So I like these a lot. I really appreciate that Nicole sent me these. I'm just going to throw a few out there to look. I'm going to go into a little bit of the nuts and bolts on the company itself. It's as I said, it was a 2021 Kickstarter that did successfully fund. I also want to say I've never done a Kickstarter myself, and I don't necessarily back or endorse any Kickstarter. All I know is that some fund and the products come out, and others have less fortunate outcomes. But this one did fund. It was created by Nicole Beach with the art by Allie Bloom. And these are going to actually be on sale. All these coins, the sets, are going to be on sale at TravelerCon in Pennsylvania in October. I unfortunately won't be there, but they're going to be on display there. Mark Miller's also going to be there, so that's pretty cool. Wish I could go, can't, but maybe sometime down the line I can. I don't know a price yet. Mark Miller is also going to have these for sale on the FFE website. And I don't know what the price is going to be through there. I do know that $45 on the Kickstarter got you the full set that I just showed you. So I don't know what the selling price would be on FFE, or if you were able to get these through Nicole. Nicole doesn't have any for sale. She doesn't have any facility to sell them. But she did say if you had somebody, if I was contacted by somebody who absolutely was desperate to get his hands on these right away, she gave me information to contact her, where I can let her know that you're interested. So if you want to leave a message with your contact info, or private message me through any of the Facebook groups that I'm posting this video through, that'd probably be the best way. Actually, just private message me through the Facebook group. I'll get Nicole the information, and then I'll step out. Then it'll be between you two. And then Nicole had mentioned to me, and I'm pretty excited about this too, and I'm looking forward to when this comes out. Again, I do not endorse Kickstarters. I don't know anything about these folks, but I do know that their history so far is that they've funded their Kickstarter and the material came out. But they're doing a Kickstarter for a board game for Traveler called To Honor Grandfather. That's going to be a Kickstarter very soon, sometime in the fall of this year, and she's going to be demoing that game at TravelerCon also. I don't know anything more than I've just told you about that game. I'm extremely interested in seeing the Kickstarter and seeing what this game is about and what it has to offer. One other thing I want to say about the Droyne coins themselves is I reviewed a book a couple months ago called The Wagner Incident. Very good traveler novel, about 200 and some pages long. I really enjoyed it. I'm going to post a link to that review below, but that had a lot to do with drones and fortune telling through coins and building a family unit and the coins dictating this and dictating that. I really like that about that. So I'm going to go ahead and put a link to the Wagner Incident video I did a few months ago. I'll put that below. And then in that video, you'll find a link to actually get your hands on a copy of the Wagner Incident through DriveThruRPG. So I think that's all I had to cover on these guys. Again, Nicole, thank you very much for sending me this set to take a look at. These are gorgeous. They're absolutely going to see time on my table, and I'm really excited about incorporating them into my game. No Droyne in my game yet, but one of the reasons I run the Spinward Marches is there's lots of Droyne around. So I'm going to have to work some Droyne in and maybe do a session of fortune telling. All right, once I scanned the QR code, it took me to the Far Future Enterprises page, specifically to traveler5.net, and then I was able to click through and find the Droyne coins. So this is a nice little downloadable PDF on the coins themselves, what you get with the coin box, the backstory, who are the Droyne, the coins themselves, and what the cards say and do. What is the Deck of Revelations? So basically, think tarot card is the best way to think about it, but for Traveler. And then how to use them. Some more on how to use, and then a look at each and every one of the cards. So if you got a major revelation or a minor revelation, that depends on how the coin came up in your hand, and that's explained up here. And there we have the credits. So we have Traveler setting is Mark Miller, of course. Core mechanics, Nicole Beach. Art direction, Allison Bloom. And then all the various playtesters and Kickstarter backers. And then here's a little plug for the To Honor Grandfather game that's coming out. Compete as a young Droyne trying to honor the legendary figure Grandfather. Visit various systems throughout the Regina sector, exploring the terrain of each and overcoming challenging encounters. Coming soon to Kickstarter. So I don't know if this is going to be a board game or a card game with dice. I'm not sure which, but I like these dice. These are more Droyne stuff. I'm geeking out on all things Droyne. Okay, that's it. I wanted to give you the look at the final bit of the puzzle. I like this a lot. I'm going to be saving this to my Traveler folder and my computer. And that's it. I want to thank you for your time. I hope you enjoyed what you heard and saw. If you did, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time on page 121.